Hi guys, in this video I'm going to talk about the shit hitting the fan and what you need to do to survive it. So I have a short list here, but the list can go on forever, and basically it depends who you are, how much money you've got, where you live and what you need. But these are general guidelines. So firstly, the geographical location. I would recommend exiting the USA. There's so much danger there, it's going to be very, very difficult to survive. So here we have the California will be gone and the sea will extend right in here. This is the Yellowstone caldera, which will erupt, the collapse of this salt dome, which will basically obliterate this part of land, and the tsunami, which will come in to New York City and surrounding area. I would also recommend getting out of Canada and Mexico because they're likely going to suffer similar fates and will be turned into the North American Union led by Obama. It would also probably be important to get out of the developed world in general because all these countries are now in a state of flux. For example, the situation in Spain and Catalonia, worsening conditions in the United Kingdom. Basically, they all have a lot of troubles, and it's much better to get out of all developed countries, unless you're a club member, but I assume you're not if you're watching this video. It will be necessary to move to high ground because of the tsunamis that will affect all coastlines of the world. Also, you should live in the countryside and not the cities because the cities will be locked down under martial law. So basically there will be a global financial collapse and a collapse of all paper assets. And this will mean that gold, silver and copper become money again. And you should buy these. The standard coins for everybody will be silver and copper. And these historically were the standard coins for the working and middle classes for the last hundreds of years. I would recommend you buy 1 ounce coins of silver and copper and all sizes below that. And you need a lot of these small coins. If you can afford more, then buy much more. Buy gold coins, silver and gold bars, etc. It's very important to store these at home. Basically, I believe that the gold vaults are a scam. And if you think about it, that 90% of the population of the world will die, that means that many people who have purchased and stored gold and silver in the vaults of Europe and the United Kingdom will never come to claim it because they will die and their families will die. So the people who own these places are either knowingly or unknowingly running a scam. Much better to have your gold and silver in your house, somewhere around your property, so that you know where they are and you will have them when you need them. So basically you would need to sell all paper assets like stocks, bonds and a lot of cash. Don't keep much money in the bank, just keep enough to be ticking over. And you can store cash at home, obviously, much safer to store it at home than in a bank these days. So barter items will also become important and basically constitute money as well. And these will be ammunition, for example, alcohol, cigarettes. Now obviously you'll need ammunition, alcohol and maybe cigarettes, but they can also be used. They're so popular, and the list goes on forever of these barter items such as toothpaste, tea and coffee, etc. So basically we're going back to medieval times, and it's important that you educate yourself to know what to expect when this happens, because what is going to happen when it all falls down is that everybody's going to revert to their base emotions, and that will be rather unpleasant. So there's going to be extreme cruelty, extreme sexual perversion, and we've seen this in television programs like Game of Thrones, Lord of the Rings, etc., etc. This is there for a reason, to educate us about what is coming. So basically, you need to know what's going to happen, and you need to decide what you believe before anything happens, so that you know your approach in advance of any problems. And very importantly, be very careful who you tell that you're a prepper, because basically once people know that you're a prepper, They will know where to go to get stored food, water, precious metals. So it's very important that you don't tell anyone that you cannot trust or that you may have doubts about. So you really need to store food, water, medicine and supplies enough for at least a year. Food can be in a variety of forms, such as aluminium cans, glass jars, dried food, salted food. You can freeze food in the freezer, and you would need a generator and gasoline to keep that going then. Essential medicines for your family. The chlorinated water in the tap, if you put it into this tank, would last you for 6 months without becoming an infection risk. But if you need to top that up with river or rainwater, you would need some chlorine tablets to sterilize it. You need to store weapons, ammunition, spares, holsters, lasers, batteries for lasers, whatever you need, plus have the knowledge to maintain them. Alternative weapons are also important, and some old ones that don't need any ammunition or any type of supplies at all. It may be important to be part of a group as well for added security. There will be a pandemic, almost certainly of influenza, and you need masks to protect you. You can use these simple masks, but it's very important that they fit your face perfectly so that you're not breathing through the spaces. The best mask is probably, and the best cheap mask is probably the RZ mask or RZ mask, and you can get these to filter out fine particles of dust and also aerosol droplets, which are the danger for transmission of viruses. Anti-influenza drugs should also be stored, such as Relenza or Zanamivir. And this product here, N-acetylcysteine, is a very good one that increases the glutathione in the liver, which increases resistance to all infections. And this is really the only treatment available for Ebola, but it may be a significantly beneficial one. You need to think about energy storage, a generator with gasoline. This will be necessary for obviously powering the house and especially keeping the freezer going with its food, and rechargeable batteries. And you can do this via a solar system or a salt decomposition system like the GMAG batteries. For cooking, you can store propane gas and wood. For light, you can have head torches, candles and oil lamps, and these are were used for hundreds of years. The batteries for the head torches can be charged from a solar system or a salt decomposition system, as they're both the same, basically, AA or AAA batteries. Other things like toilet paper, matches or a fire starting kit, and water filtration accessories are absolutely essential. But basically the list goes on forever, and there is no limit, and you will never feel satisfied that you've got everything you absolutely might need. So I hope you found this video useful, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye.